Hello everyone and welcome, my name's Greg. Today I'm going to be going over the new addition to the Chinese faction, the Tigers. For me this was a bit of a left of field edition and I was initially not too happy about China getting another premium unit type given they already have swords, pikes, crossbows, repeating crossbows, glaives, cavalry, elephants, and now they have archer tigers. Seemed like they already had a pretty nice variety to choose from, but anyway, here we are with archer tigers. I'm going to shorten that to tigers from now on. For the next 2 days, if you smash out 12 victories, you can unlock these premium tamed tigers at tier 4. There is also a premium tiger unit at tier 8, but that will cost you gold, and I doubt after you play the tier 4 unit, you'd opt to spend the gold on the tier 8 tiger unit. At face value, when I looked at it when they were first released, I said they sucked, and I still kind of think they do. They're a confusing mixture between two different unit types, which lack a synergy in how you would play them. Then I played them a few times, and then I played them some more. They were pretty fun, and I was absolutely slaughtering enemies, until the enemy cavalry started to realise how to counter them, and I myself found them being wiped out. So let's have a quick look at the tiger models themselves. I actually think they look really nice. I love the look of them. There's a lot of attention to detail put into the tiger models, and the animation they make when the handler has been routed and the tigers run everywhere looks really good. I love what they did with that. Commander wise, given that these are a tier 4 unit, I think the best option would be Zhao Yang. Sorry about the pronunciation, I really suck at names, so just accept it. Having Way of the Wind and Master's Patience is, in my opinion, the best combination for a tier 4 commander available to the player to Tigers. The ability to heal with Way of the Wind is essential in a duel with enemy ranged, and Master's Patience gives you a slight ranged increase which could make the difference. The only problem with that is that it slows you down slightly, and I'm going to touch on it in a second, the movement speed issue, which if you're up against a tier 5 Greek archer, you will find yourself being outplayed by the faster units that have the ability to dash. In terms of the unit abilities, you have the standard Unleash, which has the same range as dogs, and you have a nice focus fire with a 15-second cooldown. I choose broadhead arrows just because I want to do as much damage as possible early in the battle to get my first chevron, and once that's been obtained, realistically I'm looking to get back and heal, get my tigers back, and the arrows would have recharged too. If you don't get that first chevron, you're really going to struggle to contribute to the battle overall. Stats wise, the tigers pull numbers very similar to the tier 5 Cycladic archers, which is very interesting. I'll bring up a comparison of the two now so you can see what numbers they look like. Ignoring equipment upgrades, the tigers pull better numbers than the Greek archers, but after the equipment upgrade, the Greek archers catch up and pull away in all bar the reload speed and the missile weapon damage. So pound for pound, these guys stack up pretty nicely. For me, the difference between the two comes in the movement speed. The tigers say they have a movement speed value, but they definitely feel slower than that. Not having a dash is also quite painful, as if you've ever been in a 1v1 duel, the enemy and their ability to move and pivot quickly is essential. All that being said, the Greek archers would have a barrage, which if you're unable to avoid, you will lose. The tiger statistics themselves are not bad. I feel the dogs are still slightly better and more versatile. So how would I play the tiger unit? Well, what I would do is I would be deploying the tigers out to intercept enemy infantry, get that charge in. Once that charge has been done, I would begin firing, but at the same time I'd be recalling those tigers back so I'm not firing on them. If you're firing onto them, given that the angle that they've run at would be straight on, you'd probably be firing from the same angle. You're going to be hitting a lot of those tigers and they die very quickly to archer fire. So you need to recall them when you're sending that volley in. Now, unfortunately, you may not be in a position to do that, but you know, that's what I've found is a very good way to deploy them. In terms of enemy cavalry, you will lose to them badly. If you deploy directly into them, the cavalry will charge into the tigers and you will die very quickly. They'll also charge straight through the tigers into your handlers, and then you lose your tigers, your handlers, and you're probably routed and dead at the same time due to the nuke value. What I would generally recommend you do is to unleash them into a location that can move onto their side, so charge into the side of the enemy cavalry and that way at least it'll slow down their charge a tiny bit. I would be fanning out the handlers as much as possible so that if they do charge into one of your units, the other two units can fire onto them whilst they're in melee, and I've found that you do kill them quite quickly. So definitely spread your handler units out, don't get caught in a blob, and you'll do quite well. So that's generally how I would be playing them. What I have found is I forget that I have the tigers after a while. If I lose them, I just forget I have them, and I just play these guys as archers because they are quite handy as an archer unit on their own. So let's load into a battle now, and let's see how I go. Hopefully I can play these units to the best of my capacity, and highlight how to play the Tier 4 Tamed Tigers on Zhuang. Unfortunately, the game I loaded into sucked. It was a 1v1 and boring, so here's a game I played soon after, which I went into with 3 others in a party because I wanted to increase the human count as high as possible, and we ended up getting a 7v8, which is pretty respectable. The values of the results of the battle are interesting, given I played really badly. I don't want to give away too much, but my stats definitely do not reflect how I played, and from what I've seen of this unit, that's quite normal. They score really well without being played particularly well. This battle went down to the wire and is very exciting, so I definitely recommend watching till the very end. Have a good day, everyone.